Start by just telling us, how did you become interested in immigration? You were here in Ohio, Midwest. You're an unlikely advocate for immigration reform.
Really, we're certainly not a border area. Don't have some of the issues that border states have. But literally, just within about a month of becoming chief, this is in February then of 2008, it came to my attention there were concerns in the community about racial profiling of Hispanic members on their perceived lack of a legitimate status of being here in this country. And it was a big issue for the community. It's the first major issue that hit me as police chief, and it was a bit of a surprise to me because it was not something I would expect to be addressing as one of the first issues as chief. And so I did some digging into that and actually found that we had members of the community being arrested for traffic charges, and while in jail, immigration status was checked. It was found they did not have legal status, and they were being deported. And that was creating a problem for the broader community. Many of the individuals being deported were the wage earners for families. They left behind a wife and dependent children with no source of income, that now social service agencies had to pick up the ball. They had to provide care for those families. So it was creating a real social dilemma for us as a community. The biggest thing is, too, is that I didn't see why people were being deported for traffic offenses. It was inconsistent with, I think, ICE's priorities at the time and even subsequently. These individuals were not even convicted of a crime when they were deported. So it was really the first issue that I faced as chief, and I realized there's something I needed to do about it.
You spoke the other day about the difference between a civil offense and a criminal offense, and that being in the country without documentation is actually a civil offense. What does that mean to a layperson?
Yeah, well, civil offense, you can't go to jail for it. It's not, quote, a crime. There is a law violation, but it's a civil violation, not a criminal violation. So this is not somebody that would have a criminal record by virtue of being in the country undocumented. And so the other part of that for local law enforcement is, what is our role as civil enforcement? And from my perspective, we don't have a role in that. That's the federal government's responsibility. Our officers don't have the training, the time, and we don't have the resources, even if we wanted to engage in that. But I believe it's absolutely the wrong mission for us in terms of local government and public safety. In fact, if you want a community, a crime to go in a community, have individuals in that community be too afraid to call the police, that's when crime will grow, and that's what we would create. And that's what has been created, in my opinion, when local government's been involved in immigration enforcement. So we really do not need to be involved in it.